Yes, part two. Now, Isis, who was Inna and Ashtaroth, and practically everybody else put together. Now, there were different female deities, but she pretty much overpowered and dominate all of them. Isis has many different stories, and you can find her all over the place. But we're going to call her Inna for now. She's also known as Istar. She could be Lilith, but we have to see. Now Inna wanted to dominate alongside her brothers and sisters. That's all this is about. That's why she is responsible for many of the dealings with Israel. Now, Inna's brother is Ute, who is Samash. He's one of the first after the deluge Babylonian kings. But in other translations, you can describe her being the woman that she is, trying to see and fit her way into domination, because that's all this is about. Domination. Dominating lands and taking over. And all she wanted to do is participate, just like everybody else. But just like they do with women, they seem to deem her as something else and this and that. But if you actually take time to know her story and know what she's been through, you can understand the behavior of what she's doing. Now, in this passage from Emmerich, the Lord of Aratat, she's trying to take over one of the lands. At the time the Lord chosen Inna, in her heart, chose by Inna in her holy heart, bright mountain, Emmerich, the son of Ute. Well, he really is the grandson, to be exact. Made a plea to his sister, is really his auntie, because Ute is his sister. Made plea to his sister, lady who grants desires, holy Inna. My sister, let Arak fashion gold and silver skillfully on behalf of Ung, which is really Eric in your Bible. Let them cut the flaws and lapis lazuli from the blocks, and let them translucent the flawless lapis lazuli. Build a holy mountain in Urg, and let Arak build a temple brought down from heaven, your place of worship, shrine Eanna, and let Aratak skillfully fashion the interior of the holy Japar, your abode. May I, the radiant youth, may I embrace there by you. Let Aratak submit beneath your yoke from Ug on my behalf. Let the people of Arak bring down from me mountain stones from the mountains, and build great shrine for me. Erect a great abode for me, and make a great abode and the abode of gods famous for me, and make me prosper in Kalabo. Make the Absu grow for me like the holy mountain. Make earth gleam for me like mountain range, cause the Absu shrine of shine forth for me like the silver of Lod. When the Absu I utter praise, when I bring the me from Urgridge, and the lordship I adorn with the crown like I purify shrine, and I place my head wholly on the Kabbalah, then may the blank of the great shrine bring me Japar, and may the blank of Japar bring me into the great shrine. May the people marvel merrily, and may it witness its joy. Now, just like everybody else that's setting up kingship, she wants to be recognized too. She wants to be recognized just like her brother Samash, the great judge. And that would explain all the altars, especially Asherah, pole, and kings, directions, and all that. That will explain everything. So he erected altar Baal, the house of Baal, which he built Samaria. Arab also made Asherah. This Ab did more to provoke the Lord of God of Israel than all the other kings of Israel who were before him. So all they're doing is provoking. She is provoking. She is provoking one of her family members, which you think is the Most High. And he's not the Most High as you would think. Now let me tell you more about her and her life. She did have a life. And you can find that in the Lost Book of Enki and the Nuba Elish, which information is right here. She had a husband whose name was Dumuzi, one of the chief kings. And he's in your Bible too. And if you look at bullshit notes, if you can see, excuse my handwriting, there we go. He was Malali in your Bible, who is Tammuz, Dumuzi, the shepherd, who was 5th king down from the beginning of Sumerian kings. Yes, that is Malahi, who birthed Jared. That's him. That was her husband. World famous. That was her husband. And what had happened was he died. And she felt very bad, just like any other wife would. But this one had power. So you better watch out. So when he died, they celebrated his anniversary. And you can find the anniversary in your Bible as well. If you look at Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 12, and go all the way down to, 16, you can see it. O mortal, have you seen what the elders of the house of Israel are doing in the darkness? Everyone has his image covered chamber. For they say the Lord, does not see us? The Lord had abandoned the country. Yeah, you'll find out the Most High did a lot of abandoning. And he said to me, you shall see even more terrible abominations which they practice. Next he brought me to the entrance of the north gate of the house of the Lord, and there sat women bewailing Tammuz. And Tammuz, I tell you, is Dumuzi, her husband. And they're celebrating the anniversary of when he died. He said to me, have you seen, O mortal, have you seen even more terrible abominations than these? Then he brought me to the inner court of the house of the Lord, and there, the entrance of the temple of the Lord, between the portico and the altar, were about 25 men, their backs to the temple of the Lord, and their faces to the east, where they are bowing low to the sun in the east. He said to me, do you see, O mortal? Is it not for the house of Judah to practice abominations they commit here? If you look in the King James Bible, it directly says that these people were facing the sun and sun gazing. And from the information that I know and what I do, there's not a damn thing wrong with sun gazing. And Ezekiel had a problem with it. And of course, her family member, who is the Most High that's in your Bible, has a problem with not being worshipped. But you're still going to follow it all the way through like there's nothing wrong. These people were playing Risk. And you're playing right along with them, just following along and not thinking about things. I showed you what these people's names are and what they were doing, and you still think it's bad when it's not. Israel didn't go off. They were trying to do the right thing, and every time they did the right thing, the Most High would sting their ass, and they will come back to, monotheism only. And I'm trying to tell you to come back here. If you actually get to know these characters and not judge, you'll see what the hell's going on. But you guys are so judgmental. Even judgmental to other people in the truth. You can't even give people a break or anything. I didn't come in this truth for any kind of reason but to save me and my family. And you have people over here being bitch ass niggas, privatizing their videos, being in secret. You can't even say anything on a comment board without them getting upset. I'm talking about being humble. And niggas erase their comments or don't have comments at all. Yeah, this is a little competition, but at the same time, I'm not trying to step on anybody's shoes or trying to shed up, have more limelight than them. If you want popularity, go ahead. But these are the answers. And I have more detail, but please stay tuned. Rant one out.